Welcome back to Issues Concerning Women, our newsletter, February 2012. Today we're going to talk about forgiveness. Since this is February, the month of love and happiness and joy, we need to talk about forgiveness because some of us are harboring some hurt in our hearts. When we look up the short version of forgiveness in the dictionary, it says to no longer wish to punish or to hurt. So if you need to forgive someone today, do that. Give them a phone call, send them a letter, let them know that you have forgiven them. Forgiven them. You no longer want to hurt them or to punish them. We hold things in our heart sometimes too long. Some of us cannot get over the hurts that have been done to us. But I want you to think about something. When we're hurting, we're sad, we're stressed out, we're not fully functioning people. We're not happy. We don't have any joy. So what you want to do today, and if you can, and I know it's a process that we have to go through, and that some of us may even have to pray about it because we've harbored the hurt so long and our heart is hardened, and we don't think we can forgive that person if the hurt is too deep, but you really can. And the process is going to take a little bit of time for some. Others can do it immediately and be delivered from that hurt. Others, we go through the process. So no matter where you are in your forgiveness stage, please think about what you're doing to yourself. When you talk about forgiving someone, it is to benefit you. It is to help you to move forward in your life. That person that you're harboring the hurt against or that you want to punish oftentimes does not even know that you're still after revenge. Let it go. Just move on. If you need help with that, please give me a call and I'll be able to give you some tips and send you some information about forgiveness because we want you to have a happy life. That's what it's all about. It's about sharing and loving and forgiving those that have hurt us. And I know it's hard sometimes. And I don't take this subject lightly because I know I've been hurt many times in my life. And I didn't know sometimes if I was still holding on to that unforgiveness. I thought I was over it, and then I would see that person or get a phone call, or somebody would mention their names, and I would feel this little pinch nerve in the back of my neck, or my hair would stand up. So that let me know that I had not fully gotten over the situation. We go through so many things in our lives with families, in our marriages, relationships, with our children, and we're holding all these things in our heart, and our poor little hearts are getting worn out, or they're getting so hardened that we don't even feel we're numb because we can't feel anything because we're not allowing ourselves to be present. You need to be present in this life. Life is too short for you to sit there and to be angry and to hold on to the hurt. You need to let it go. And it is a process. And I keep saying that. Why? Because I understand it. I know all about it. I've been there myself. And I'm sure many of you have. And I know that other hurts are bigger for some people. What I may be able to get over, you may not be able to. It's not easy for me to just tell you to get over it and to move on when it is something that has deeply, deeply been embedded in your heart and that deeply hurts you. So today we are going to talk about forgiveness, and before the end of the segment, I'm going to give you some steps that can help you. And I really want to make this clear, and I'm going to read it to you because I know that I don't want to miss anything, and because it's so important that you get this. And doing my research, I found that offenses are atoned for by mercy and truth. And what that means is that when somebody has offended you, whether it's your body, your heart, or your mind, it is hurtful. And it gets into our spirit, man. And that's when we can't let it go. Some things we can brush off our shoulders and they quickly go away. But if we are holding their offenses and we have no mercy, then we're in the state of unforgiveness. To atone means to pay for the offenses or wrongs we have done. The payment makes restitution and restores us to our former state. The end result is forgiveness. Forgive, and you'll be able to move on. That is the payment for the hurt that you've gone through. The principle of forgiveness is probably one of the most rewarding principles we can experience in our lives. because it has a major effect on our health and our well-being. It will always affect our business dealings, relationships with others in general. When you are harboring the hurt, you're not able to move on with things. You're under stress because you're stressed out about the situation. You're holding on to it. It is hurtful, yes, but you need to let it go. You need to name it. And once you name it, that means you have identified it. And once you have identified it, then you're able to work on it. And this is again where journaling comes in. And especially if you're not in a situation where you can actually call that person and speak to them. Maybe it's just too hard for you right now. So if you want to write some things down, how you really feel, your innermost secrets, that is awesome. That is a part of your healing. And the benefit again is for you. People become trapped by allowing their actions to be ruled by their experiences that marked their lives in the past. They have not been able to get past it and deal with that. They are stuck. Others who are immersed in problems continually act defensively and weaken their relationships and themselves. If our minds are not focused on the future, we never arrive there. When we don't forgive, we are trapped in the past and cannot build our future. We want to release the chains of bondage today if you can. We are here for you to help you to do that. We're encouraging you to look beyond the past and to look into your future. Don't let your past define your future. And I think that's a wisdom key through Mike Murdoch. I know he says that all the time. I do listen to his program, and he has a lot of keys that he gives out, and that's one that has resonated with me. Don't allow your past to dictate your future. When we walk in forgiveness, we look towards our future and we start to change. We start to get that energy and that strength. Forgiveness liberates us from the past, and the present leads us to the future. Now, isn't that exciting when you think about that? You've been holding on to something, you've been hurt by someone, but you can't let that stop you from being happy. It's a part of your joy. You want to be able to move forward. Get out of the past. Being in the valley when you don't have to be, that's on you. You need to let it go. I know it's hard, but just think about it. Just pray about it and ask for help. Call somebody and talk about it with somebody. Have a girlfriend meeting or a male power lunch and go out and talk to your buddies about it. Just let it go so that you can move on and have an exciting future. We enjoy better spiritual and emotional health. Not forgiving makes us obsessive about the past and the future and makes us sick. We make wrong decisions when motivated by revenge. We have a happy and productive life when we forgive. We will be able to relate to others, have healthy relationships, help us to make beneficial lives. People who practice forgiveness have fed themselves from emotional burdens and guilt because they are able to forgive themselves and receive forgiveness from God and from others. Practicing forgiveness frees us from hate and bitterness. This is the true measure of perfect and complete forgiveness. Don't you want that for your life today? If you're harboring unforgiveness, let it go. You want to have a happy and productive future. I think that's awesome. Now I'm going to give you a few little steps that to help you with your forgiveness, and they're really simple and really easy to remember. Now, if you can't remember and you forget, you can always call me at 757-567-6734 or go to my email, icwdirector@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to send them to you. Step 1. Bring to your mind negative memories that tie you to the past. In order to free yourself from these emotional burdens, you have to recognize and identify those memories. That's number 1. Number 2, don't rationalize the motives you have had to keep from forgiving yourselves and others. We do that a lot. We rationalize everything or analyze, as some of us do. Make the decision to let go and forgive. This is the act of your will. You have the ability to change. You have the ability to choose whether you want to be in unforgiveness or you want to be in forgiveness. It is your choice. We do have choices. We always have had choices. So choose today to let it go. Number four, true forgiveness is a process that makes us look at where we are and look towards a resolution. Be intentional and take these steps to freedom and to health. Remember, thoughts become actions, actions become habits, habits become our destiny. I hope you have enjoyed this segment on forgiveness. We have so much more that we want to share with you at Issues Concerning Women. It's an awesome, awesome time in the business. We are growing. We want to be with you. We want to engage in conversation. So please contact us today at www.issuesconcerningwomen.com or send me an email at icwdirector@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Please share this with someone in the month of February. Please do that so that the information is out there and you're able to help somebody. And also, if you don't have a journal and you need one, we have our Power Notebook. I don't know if you can see it because there's a little bit of glare on there. It helps you. It's just a journal, and it just helps you to put in perspective your information that you're holding close to your heart. And sometimes that's information that's hurtful and you need to get it out. Or you don't have to get my journal, just get a journal. It can be a Sparrow notebook, or you can go to the store, Office Max, or even the Dollar Tree has little journals. Just write it down, get it out into the atmosphere. Also, we encourage you to do your vision board, and especially if you have someone that you cannot talk to at this particular time and you're holding on to some things, you want to move on with your life. You want to have a joyous and happy new year. And this is the first part of the year, so this is a great time to get these things done. And we're going to talk more about doing the vision boards as we go along into our months ahead. So we're looking forward to connecting with you. We're engaging in conversations. We're talking about points and viewpoints. So if you have questions for me, or if you would like to be on my radio show, please just call me 757-567-6734. Stay tuned for more Issues Concerning Women.